Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles, and today's video is on a Sudoku that was created by Wei-Hwa Huang for the 2019 US Sudoku qualifiers. I thought it would only be appropriate to make a video given that this weekend we have the 2023 US Sudoku qualifiers, which is returning back after a 4-year hiatus. The last that you saw this competition was in 2019, which I took part. It was online event. The US qualifiers are usually divided into two parts. Part 1 is of 60-minute duration and part 2 is for 90 minutes. But this year we are yet to see whether it is the same format or there's some change in the format. The instruction booklet is expected a day before the event, which starts on September 2nd. So, if you are a US citizen who is interested to get into the team, you should be taking the test on a specific time. International contestants have a longer duration. They can give at their leisure. So I'm looking forward to give this contest a try. And this particular Sudoku, as I said, was created by Wei, who is an excellent author and a solver as well. And in fact, Wei-Hwa Huang has been participating in the World Championships since its inception, so one of the most experienced guys when it comes to Sudokus and puzzles. And this Sudoku was a high pointer. It was present in part 1 of 2019 US Sudoku qualifiers. It had a nice solve, so I thought let's do this Sudoku for a video. The link to solve this is in the description. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. So let's start the Sudoku now. The rules are simple. I haven't yet explained the rules. I just realized. Each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So as you can see, there is only one single given in the grid. So the moment you see such consecutive digits, then instantly you have to realize that it's about using parity. You know that in any circle, there will be one odd and one even digit, and that is because of the rules. Because all these dots indicate that those two cells contain consecutive digits, and all possible dots are marked. So which means you cannot, for example, have a 3 here and a 4 here. There is no dot between these two cells. So all possible dots are marked. So which means if you have a dot, then that cells, those two cells encompassed by the dots contain an even digit and an odd digit. So that's how you start this Sudoku. So we have a 2 here. Let's make use of that. This will be 1 or a 3. And now let's begin to use the parity which I was talking about. Okay, let's start with column 7. There is 1 odd 1 even here, 1 odd 1 even here. And these 4 cells will take 2 odds and 2 evens, right? There will be 1 odd 1 even here and 1 odd 1 even here. So in any row, in any column or any box, there will always be 4 even digits, 5 odd digits, right? So which means we have put all those 4 even digits into these 4 dominoes that you can see here, right? Which means this digit here has to be odd. Let's use green for odd. So this will be even. Let's use red for even. So now you have even here, and these 3 pairs of dominoes will have 3 even digits. So which means both of these would be odd, and this becomes even and this becomes odd. And again, when you look at row 4, there is a domino here which has a dot, similarly a domino here, a domino here, and domino here. So this will be an odd digit because the 4 evens will be encompassed here. The moment you get this as odd, we can get the rest, right? Remember that the reds are evens and greens are odds. Okay, so now I have an even digit here. There will be 1 even here, 1 even here, and 1 even here. So which means these 2 cells right here will be greens because there are exactly 4 evens as we noted earlier in any box. So this would be second, this would be first, this would be third, and this would be fourth. So these 2 are odd. The moment you do that, you know that this will be red because there is a dot here, and this will be green. Okay. All right. Now look at column 5. We can make use of the solo given 2 here. This is even, obviously. So the second even goes here. Third even is in between these two cells, and fourth even is here. So these two are odd digits. That gives even and that gives odd. Okay, so now if you look at box 8, there will be a total of 5 odd digits. You already have 2 greens here. The third green goes here, fourth green goes here, and fifth goes here. So this will be a red. And now you have 2 reds and 2 dots that can assist us nicely. So this will be a green, because one red would go here and one red, the other red would be here. This would be a green. So the moment you do that, this is red and this is green. So again, this will take 1 even, and you have 1 dot here and 1 dot here. So there will be 2 evens here, third even here, and fourth even is here, right? The thing about this Sudoku is, even after you get all these parities, it doesn't become that easier, I would say. Although it certainly helps in the solve. Look at box 4. So you have a dot here and a dot here and a dot here. So which means if this is green, this is red, green, red. And if this is red, this would be green, red, and green. So in these 4 cells, you'll have 2 greens and 2 reds. And in addition, these will be a set of 4 consecutive digits. So how do I say that? Let's say we start with a 3 here. Then this has to be a 4, 5, and 6. No other combination. So this will always be a set of 4 consecutive digits. So and there will be 2 evens and 2 odds. So the third even goes here, fourth even goes here. So this is an odd. So which means these 2 are evens. This is odd and that's even. Excellent. So now I know that these cells right here must be 4, 6, 8 for the box. So now we can begin to use the vice versa part of the rules a little bit. That does help really. Look where the 1 goes in this box, box 5. 1 can't be here because there is no dot here. 1 can't be here, and 1 cannot be here because these 2 are consecutive. So 1 goes in one of these 2 cells. Okay, now let's look where the 1 goes in box 8. 1 cannot be here, 1 cannot be here. So 1 has to be in these 4 cells, and you can't have 1 here because it's not a 2. But if you have a 1 here, let's say, what it immediately does is force a 1 in these 3 cells, and which are all encompassed by dots. So if you have 1 here, you need a 2, and that will force the... Why is it appearing in red? Let me go to settings and remove that. I do not want that. Conflict checker off. Okay. So you can't have 1 in any of these cells, right? So which means 1 is eliminated here, 1 is eliminated here. So 1 is going to be here. No other cell can take 1 in box 8. So that forces 1 in these 3 cells. So up until this point, you can do with somewhat little less effort, but after this it becomes really tricky. And in fact, I couldn't see any other break-in except for the one which I'm going to show you. So as viewers, we would really be interested if you can show us something else that you saw in the Sudoku. We would be happy to see what you used in the Sudoku to continue from this point. So I'm going to tell you the break-in point of the Sudoku now. So where does the 2 go in this box 8? You can't have 2 here. There is no dot. 2 is not here. So 2 is either in here or in here. And you can notice that both are encompassed by dots. The moment you have 2 here, 3 has to follow. And similarly, if you have 2 here, 3 has to follow. Right? Now what happens if I have a 2-3 pair here? So this was the question I needed to ask, and this was the thing that took me a lot of time. Not during the contest, because I don't remember now what I did during the contest, but I solved it yesterday, and I was completely stuck on the Sudoku. I couldn't see anything. So until I hit upon this piece of logic. So if I have a 2-3 pair here, this is forced as a 1. And now you can see that 3 is forced in one of these 2 cells, which can't happen, right? Because then 2 would be consecutive to 3. So that means 2, 3 is forced into these 2 cells, right? Okay, you have 4 evens here, so which means these are all odds. Yeah, taken by itself, it doesn't appear to be that difficult a step, but imagine solving this on paper and having to write all the parities in and some pencil marks into. So it wasn't so easy for me. Maybe you guys would have spotted it like just like that, but it was difficult for me. Okay, so 2-3 pair goes here. And now 3 is not here, 3 is not here, so 3 is in one of these 3 cells, and that puts 3 in one of these 3 cells. Okay. So now that you have a 2 here, a 1 cannot be part of this domino, so 1 is forced here. That's excellent. So now we can try to see where the 2 goes. 2 is in here, 2 is in here, so 2 is forced here. And 2 cannot be part of this domino because 1 and 3 are both ruled out. 2 is removed here, so 2 goes here, which means this would be 3. So 3 is forced here, which means that becomes a 3-4 pair. So what a break-in, guys. Really, what a really beautiful break-in. As I said, if you're really strong at consecutives, you might not have like you would have brushed past this with relative ease, but consecutive is not really a strong variant for me. When there are lots of digits, I'm really good at it, but when there are no digits and it's, you have to use parity a lot, I kind of struggle a little bit. So I got stuck on the Sudoku so much. But anyway, it had a really beautiful solve. That's why I'm showing you this. Now 3 can't go here because of the vice versa part. So 3 is in one of these 2 cells. So 1 is also here, which means you have a 1-3 pair. Excellent. Now this is even, right? So that means it's 4, 6, 8. So this would also be 4, 6, 8 because of the 2 here, and you can't have 4 here because then this would be 3, 5. So that's a 6, 8. And these 3 cells must be 5, 7, and 9. So what can I use here? Okay, I have a 3, 4 pair, so that's not a 4, that's a 6 or 8. So 4 goes in one of these 2 cells, and which means 4 goes in one of these 3 cells. Okay, I'm not going to mark that in. Let's leave that. Okay, this is 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, and 8. And you can't have 2 here because then 3 would be forced here and you have a consecutive pair. So this is a 4, 6, 8 again. So now let me ask myself where the 2 goes in this column. So 2 has basically just these 2 cells, this one and this one. No other cell left for the 2's. This can be eliminated with a little bit of deep insight. If you have a 2 here, then this follows to be a 3, 4, 5 and so on. But the moment you do that, you will notice that every other cell is paired with a dot. So 1 will be standard. So 1 will always have to go with a 2 in this column, because there is no pair of cells which doesn't have a dot between them. Or should I say, which does have a dot between them. No, which doesn't have a dot between them. So you can't place a 1 then, right? So 2 is eliminated here. So that forces 2 in here, which means this will be 1 or a 3. And I can't have a 1 anywhere. As I said, 1 is paired with a 2, so 1 goes here, which means this is 3 and this is 1. So can you imagine, we started with a solo given. Using parity, we have got so many digits, and it's really incredible that this Sudoku, which seemed to hardly give anything at the start, will just rush towards the solution now. So let's continue. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, so which means you will have a 1 and 2 here, and 1 2 can't go here because this will be a violation. So this is 1 2. Okay. Okay, this is 4 6 or 8, and I know this has to be a 5 or a 7. Cannot be a 3, right? Because then you'll need 2 4 here. Cannot be 9. So it has to be 5 or 7. This is 5 7 or a 9. So what can I do here? Okay, so where does the 3 go in this box? Has to be here, and that forces a 4 along with it. So 4 is eliminated here now. That forces 4 here, which means this is not a 5, using vice versa. All possible dots are marked. So which means this is a 3 or a 5. And that's not 8 anymore. You have a 3 here, you have a 3 here. You can't force a 3 in this domino, because then it has to go with a 2 or a 4, both of which are ruled out. So that's a 3, which means this is 4, 5, 6, and this follows that this is 8, 7, 9, 7, 9. Beautiful, right? Really beautiful to see so many digits flowing all together. Okay. 4 5 6 and 1 2 3, so this will be a 7 8 9, and 8 has to go in between it. Okay, I have a 4 here, so 4 is in one of these two cells. So either I have 4 starting from here and going along this direction, 5 6 7, or you can have the 4 here, 5 here, 6 here and 7 here. So this will be the group of digits in here. This becomes 5 6 and that becomes 4 7. So this will be 8 9. So 4 7 gives me a 9 here. This is a 5 7 5 7, and 9 cannot have 8 near it without a dot. 6 8. This is 7. This is 5. This is 7 or a 9. So 7 8 9 triplet. So this is 5 6. And 1 2 3 9 4 and 7, you also have a dot. So this is 5 6. This becomes 8. This becomes 9 7. So you can see that the digits are like literally flowing now. This would be 6. This is 4 or 8. So this is a 5 or a 7. And you have consecutive digits in here. The only option is 7, 8. So that's a 5, which means this is a 9, 7, 8, 9. So that would be a 7, 8. This will be a 5, 6, which can be instantly placed, 6 and 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 9 here. So this is 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, and 9. Wow. So this is resolved now. 9, 8. Can't have 7 here because of this 8 here. So, oh, sorry. This is 4. This is 7, 5, and 6. And that gives 8, 7. Excellent, guys. Really beautiful. Let's look at this column. Should be 6 and 7. This would be 8 and 9, which means this is 4 and 9, 8. 8 goes in here. So 7 or a 9 has to go with it. This will be 2, 3. And you have a 2 here. So that's 2, 3, 1, 3. So this is a 1 and 6, and 1 cannot go in a dot. 2 is already present here. That's a 6. That's a 1, 5, 4, 7, 6. Okay. 3 is in here. So 3, 4, 6 cannot go with a 7. 8, 7. This would be 2, 4, 7. Would be 1, 8, 9, and you have a consecutive dot here. So that's 8, 9. So that's a 1. That's a 2. So you can't have 2 or 4 here going with 8, 9. So that's a 7. So which means 8, 9, 4, 4 here, 3 here, 7, 8 gives a 9 here, a 9 here, 7 here, 8 here. Okay, so column 7 can be completed, 4, 5. So that's a 4, that's a 5. And 1 can't be here, so 1 goes here. So 1 cannot be in a red cell, so that's 1. That's 2, that's 3, that's 7, 2, 3, 1, 2. So you almost have a deadly pair, but fortunately this is a consecutive variant. Because of this 4, you can't have 5 here. 6, 5, 5, and 6. What a Sudoku, guys, really. So having solved this again for the video, I'm really curious to give the US Sudoku qualifiers this weekend. I hope it goes well. I'll remember to add a link to the website in case some of you haven't heard about it before this. So I will add the link to the website in the description. Meanwhile, please do let us know if you found any start apart from the one that I showed you, that 2, 3 cannot go into that domino. So we'll be happy to know. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.